Hello, my name is Bethany Cotton with Sierra Nevada College, and today I will be introducing my proposal called Flight to Success. To begin, I will give you a little bit of background information about myself. I earned my bachelor's in English in 2003 from Kent State University in Ohio. I then moved to Nevada, where I attended UNLV in 2004 to receive my teaching certification in secondary education. I also completed the Urban Teacher Leadership Cadre at UNLV and then began teaching middle school English and reading and have done so for the past 9 years with the Clark County School District. I am currently pursuing my master's in education in advanced teaching and leadership with an endorsement in administration. I currently perform the position of an instructional coach for a school within the turnaround zone, and I have performed this job for the past 2 years. I'm an active member in the Sierra Sunrise Coalition, which forms relationships between schools and community, and I also am the founder of the Bailey Nest Food Pantry. Flight to Success correlates to the Sierra Nevada mission by providing educational and economical interventions through classes tailored for parents and community members who struggle within the local community. In the following section, I will give you an overall view of Flight to Success and what the proposal is all about. Flight to Success is a proposal offering educational classes that will address the areas of need to overcome the challenges that exist in poverty and will help to enhance the food for the mind while eliminating the negative association that comes from generational poverty. It will in turn impact the clientele that has already been established through the Bailey's Nest Food Pantry and place less strain on the resources needed throughout the community. Flight to Success has 3 major objectives. The first objective is to increase parent and community involvement in school. Objective number 2 is to increase the number of parents at the school receiving educational assistance. And objective number 3 is to decrease the number of parents and community members receiving services from the food pantry. When Flight to Success is put into motion, there will be 4 areas of educational classes that will take place. The parenting skills training will be a period of 6 weeks. The life skills training will also be a period of 6 weeks. There will also be a training that will focus on financial assistance, and that will last for a period of 4 weeks, and a community involvement period, which will also be 4 weeks as well. Flight to Success's target group will be composed of people chosen through 3 different areas. Parents could be identified through our Title I HOPE program. Parents and community members could also be identified if they are receiving services through the Nest. And the third way would be parents recommended through our partnership with community and schools. In this section, a closer look will be taken at research to prove that Flight to Success is a vital need in our community. Baker of 2012 confirms that Flight to Success would be beneficial by stating that education is the brightest hope for breaking the cycle of multi-generational poverty. But kids born to poor, undereducated parents aren't likely to succeed at school without the help that targets their family situations. McLeod also confirms that comprehensive and collaborative parenting programs are better equipped to address poverty issues than less comprehensive programs. Referrals to outside services such as GED and job training are not enough. If we do not address the concrete survival issues facing families in economic difficulties, we are likely to fail in our efforts to improve family lives in a lasting way. In order to make Flight to Success a reality, we must now take a closer look at the budget. In the next few slides, you will see a proposed budget for Flight to Success. Flight to Success's budget is categorized in 3 different areas: services, resources, and incentives. When taking a closer look at the services budget, it is composed of training and compensation for a life skills trainer, a parenting skills trainer, a coping and community skills trainer, and a financial assistant. This would be $30 an hour compensation and would be a total of $3,600. When taking a closer look at the incentives category of the budget, it can be seen that money has been allocated for water and snacks for people attending and participating in the classes, gift cards for a raffle and attendance awards for participants. This comes to a total of $2,000. In the last category of the budget, the training resources, the first area focuses on trainer resources, which is to give the trainers a background of understanding poverty. This focuses on Bridges Out of Poverty and Ruby Payne's Framework for Understanding Poverty. The second section is divided into the life skills resources that would be used in the classroom for participants and would be the ABCs of life in Lesson 1, the skills we all need but were never taught. Also, the parenting skills resources, which would include parenting with love and logic. The last area is divided into the financial assistance resources and the coping skills resources. This has two different books for the participants. For the financial assistance, it is Why Didn't They Teach Me This in School? The 99 Personal Management Principles to Live By. And in the coping skills, it would be the Coping Skills Group A Session by Session Guide. And the last category is divided into two areas, which is the financial assistance resources and the coping skills resources. When looking at the financial skills, we would be using the Why Didn't They Teach Me This in School? 99 Personal Management Principles to Live By, and that would be for the participants in the class. And in the coping skills resources, the participants would be using Coping Skills Group, a session-by-session guide. A community partnership could only strengthen the Flight to Success proposal and make a larger impact on the community as a whole. In the next section, we will take a closer look at a possible community partnership. Community partnerships would benefit tremendously from the implementation of Flight to Success. By using the basic life skills, parenting skills, financial assistance, and coping techniques, a tremendous obstacle that holds a community down and also places huge financial strains on community partners would slowly be alleviated. Flight to Success and Grace Baptist Church can offer a relationship that will raise the social capital in the community to amazing levels. The strain will be lifted off of everyone's shoulders, and the community could emerge stronger than ever without the bonds of generational poverty holding its members captive. Grace Baptist Church is located in the northeast region of our valley. They focus around 5 functions. The first is belonging to God's family. Celebrating God's presence is number 2. Third is serving others through God's love. Fourth, growing God's people. And number 5 is reaching out with God's word. The next part of this presentation focuses on supporting research and the pivotal role communities and partnerships play in the educational system. It also reinforces the idea that Flight to Success would make an impact on our community. Bolivar expresses that people in situations of poverty will rise to the challenge when provided opportunities for growth through leadership and educational improvement. When one is given an opportunity to grow and is aware of where these opportunities are coming from, they are willing to rise up and give back the social capital that was once invested in them. Lawson also expresses how if schools and communities that are providing support for families in need in low-income areas help foster relationships and build community. Grace Baptist Church would benefit significantly from a partnership with the Flight to Success proposal. To name just a few ways that Grace would benefit would be the alleviation of some of the funding that they need to donate to the Bailey Nest Food Pantry to keep it supplied. Another way would be it would lessen the amount of volunteers needed to work and staff the Bailey Nest on a daily basis. It would also lessen the strain of those who live in the community and attend this church. And lastly, it would retain a workable volunteer facility for their volunteers. Another organization that would benefit from the implementation of Flight to Success would be Bailey Middle School. The first reason being that it would decrease the number of discipline issues on campus. It would also increase the amount of communication that could take place between parents and teachers and staff. It could also build trusting relationships between teachers and parents, and it would invest in the social capital of the community. We can now examine Flight to Success's impacts on the schools, communities, and society as a whole through advocacy. Leadership is not about personality, it's about behavior. Coos and Posner say that leadership is comprised of 5 practices that any leader should be able to exhibit. They should be able to 1. Model the way, 2. Inspire a shared vision, 3. Challenge the process, 4. Enable others to act, and 5. Encourage the heart. Modeling the way for Flight to Success would include a leader that has a deep compassion to help people by motivating change from within. The leader must strongly believe that the cycle of generational poverty can be broken through education and not just quick fixes. They must also inspire others through powerful words and make their beliefs audible. And the leader must make it known that they have a passion to make a change in their community. Coos and Posner state that it's all about what gets you up in the morning and won't let you sleep at night. It's all about something that you find so important that you're willing to put in the time, suffer the inevitable setbacks, and make the necessary sacrifices. You also have to be able to look at the positive and negatives and make changes. You must be able to look at the past and the future, and you must be willing to be realistic. In order to challenge the process, one must search for opportunities and experiment and take risks. When searching for opportunities, you must seize the initiative and you must exercise outside. In experimenting and taking risks, you must generate small wins and learn from experience. Enabling others to act will happen in Flight to Success. It will enable others by using collaboration, inclusion, and empowerment throughout the proposal. The vision of Flight to Success itself serves the entire community and the members within the community. It creates leaders in the community, and it transforms the victims of generational poverty to being educators who can teach by using relevant background experience. Everyone is a member of the community, and therefore everyone is a stakeholder. That is what needs to be evident to the participants. When encouraging the heart of Flight to Success, the time needs to be created by the leader and dedicated to specifically recognizing contributions of others, celebrating the values of everybody involved, and distinguishing the victories that have been achieved. When we ensure that this time is dedicated to the people who are making everything happen, discouragement will less likely take place. In the next section, we will take a closer look at the correlation of Flight to Success and its leadership. When assessing the LMX theory and application, one must assess your own qualities in leadership. They must apply changes to improve leadership behaviors, improve how one relates with its subordinates, and accomplish work more effectively with others. That is the whole purpose behind the LMX theory and application. In assessing my own leadership traits and qualities, I found that in the leadership trait questionnaire, my strengths were in my trustworthiness, friendliness, outgoingness, and dependability. In the skills inventory, my highest skill was human skill, both the knowledge of people and the ability to work with them. In the style questionnaire, the relationship was my highest strength, which is the degree of people orientation that I have. These leadership skills and traits apply directly to the proposal in the areas such as the leadership trait questionnaire. This will help me to establish strong relationships. I will be aware of in-groups and out-groups. I will be able to empower members and develop leaders and partners. In the skills inventory area, it will help to develop partnerships that will adhere to the vision and see the bigger picture, create membership and ownership, and identify correct placements. The style questionnaire proved that it must ensure that task-oriented strategies are in place, and I must formulate plans to ensure others are empowered and work is delegated out correctly. The tagline for Flight to Success is "Education is the weapon needed to defeat poverty." The budget rationale that exists is that there is an absence of educational opportunities being offered in order to break the cycle of generational poverty. This proposal would in turn do so. This proposal should be funded because of the real-life changes it would address and the overall community it would impact. When the number of people that are receiving services in the area begin to decrease from the average 5,000 people that are being served by the Nest a month, then Flight to Success has been achieved. This timeline illustrates how the classes will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5, and the different breakdowns of the categories that will take place and when. This is the budget that illustrates how much per hour instructors will be paid and the quantity of hours they will work, which equals out to the total amount of money that will be funded for the trainers. This area of the budget illustrates the incentive items that will be dispersed throughout the educational classes. This breakdown of the budget gives the resources and the books that will be used in the classrooms and utilized by the trainers. Attached is the flyer that will be used to be dispersed amongst the community for Flight to Success. This slide encompasses the brochure that was created for Flight to Success. This will be an informational brochure that could be dispersed within the community and for additional funding for outside resources.